Yeah, I was going to ask about the Christian community in Iran. Like, I know you have some Armenians there as well, but I'm really curious about the Muslims who became Christians. If you can talk a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. Um, in 1994, 1995, and 1996, the Iranian regime kidnapped and killed six major heads of the church, the Assemblies of God, and other churches that two of them were Armenians, four of them were ex-Muslim. They were head of the churches inside Iran, and they thought the Islamic regime of Iran thought when we decapitate the heads of the Christian movement of Iran, this is going to be done away with. They killed
Mm,
those people. Bishop Haik was the biggest um, leader at that time, the biggest name in that time. And then there was a ex-Muslim Mahdi Dibaj that the court of Iran they marked him and then they prosecuted him as an apostate, and he was on a death row. Bishop Hype leaked his documentation to the world. The founder of our ministry, actually, Abe Ghaffari, um, went in front of the Congress here in the U.S. and uh, kind of advocated for Mehdi Dibaj, and then the international pressure, and they went under the light of the international pressure, the Islamic regime, that what are you doing? And this is absolutely evil. So they let Mehdi Dibaj go because of the international pressure. But unfortunately, later um, uh, he was killed. And Bishop
mm,
Hike, he was kidnapped and he was stabbed 26 times. They called themselves the anonymous soldiers of Mahdi. They killed this man, stabbed him 26 times, cut his heart, and then one of those ex-Muslims were hung up in one of those ex-Muslim pastors was hung up in front of his house with a note to his chest. He was lynched in front of his home in that street, and then they put a note on his chest that this is what you get as an apostate. And they were
wow.
thinking, okay, we took care of the um, Christianity in Iran. And then lo and behold, by this time, 10 years later, I got saved in 2006. But in 2004, 2005, and 2006, I have met thousands of Iranians. Personally, I have met thousands of ex Muslim Iranians who have come to Christ in those years, 10 years after that. And then Ahmadinejad came in 2008, which he was killed last night in the attacks. The president of Iran came in front of the parliament of Iran and said that Christians are stealing the Islamic soldiers, the Muslim soldiers, out of the camp of Islam, and they're taking it into the camp of Christianity. So there were so many Muslims our age, millennials, that they were converting to Christianity, that took his attention. He took it to the parliament of Iran, and they took it from a um, from a normal level of security to a national level of security. And that's in 2008, 2009. Our church, the Network of the Believer I was working with, it got attacked and many people were arrested. Unfortunately, I had to escape. But lo and behold, as these things are happening in Iran, they were thinking, okay, we're going to get rid of Christianity again. And Christianity is something evil. They start propagating against it. That they call us uh, evangelical, evangelizi. Evangelical Christians are
Mm.
evil, and they're Zionist Christians, and so many things. And then they were arresting us and prosecuting us, many believers, 5, 10, 15 years in prisons and being tortured. And then these Iranians now left, they came to diaspora, and the internet was getting something that is going to change the Muslim world. And it is amazing. The satellite TV, internet, and the cell phones has become the catalytic, uh,
Catalyst.
catalyst of the change to getting the message into the hand of the Muslims, separated from the peer pressure and scrutiny and that umbrella of monopoly that existed in Islam, that they controlled the mind of the Muslims. Now Iranians are hearing about Christ, and I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, the numbers are in millions. It is the most
Wow.
amazing movement. It is I call it the great exodus, the great walkaway. It is truly the tsunami of ex-Muslims who are leaving Islam and coming to the faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. And we will see it in this, whenever this regime falls, and then the Iranian Christians will come out. You will see the concerts, that the worship concert that fill stadiums, 80, 100,000 Iranians going to worship the Lord in Iran.
Wow.
Wow. Imagine not long from now, we could actually just like go over to Iran and
It's gonna be
Man.
awesome.
have a
I
I
love you
conference.
actually have
guys.
a
I gotta
question.
go, but
Oh, okay.
I'll be by the grace of God. If you want to have me, I'll come back. Love you guys. I
Oh,
appreciate you.
absolutely.